Welcome to Apocaflix Movies, the weekly movie news podcast from Apocaflix Movies. I'm Jacob Bartley, and I'm joined again by Gio Ramos. What's going on, man?
Oh, man, what's up? Doing good. Had Purple Lamborghini on repeat, man. I can't get enough of that in the song.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I listened to like 30 seconds of it,
Skrillex, Rick Ross.
I was at work. Hashtag I'm at home, not at Comic-Con. That's the theme of our weekend, but luckily it's my birthday weekend, so we have something to distract us.
Hey, happy birthday, man.
From not being at Comic-Con. Yeah, but for those of you who don't know how this works, we run down the biggest movie news topics throughout the week, and there's a lot of stuff dropping this week leading into Comic-Con. So, Gio, let them know what we got first.
Well, let's talk about Star Trek 4. So, Star Trek Beyond just came out today in theaters nationwide. Check it out. But J.J. Abrams got to talk to some reporters and teased Star Trek 4. So this is what he had to say. He said, in the next installment of the epic space adventure, Chris Pine's Captain Kirk will cross paths with a man he's never had a chance to meet, but whose legacy has haunted him since the day he was born. His father. Now, we all know in the first Star Trek movie, his father was played by Chris Hemsworth, who gave a memorable performance in his limited, role. So it looks like they have faith that they have the confidence that Beyond will do great. They're already talking about 4. It looks like Chris Hemsworth is already confirmed to return. So what do you think about this? You just saw Beyond yesterday.
I just watched Star Trek Beyond last night, and I gotta say, man, they knocked it out of the park again. Holy crap. And for me, I just watched the first 2 earlier this year, about 6 months ago, around there. I watched the first 2. I love the first one. I think it's an amazing movie. The second one is really good as well. And you can add this to the list as being really good. It's another successful film in this franchise. And I can tell why they already put the 4th one into production before the 3rd one even came out. Because they knew how great of a film it is.
Despite the reactions to the first trailer, you know how...
Well...
fans.
I didn't understand the negativity on that first trailer because
but it was there.
I liked it, and I told people like it's consistent with the whole franchise so far. In the very first movie, when you first see Captain Kirk as an adult, he's driving down the street, bumping Beastie Boys. So it's like people act like that was out of nowhere. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the Star Trek 4 announcement, and I love it. I'm curious to see how it's going to come about. But the idea of seeing Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine starring in a movie together, I mean, people could say it's forced in a way just to get these 2 guys to star in a movie together. But at the same time, why not? The time travel element is already in this universe, and you have the tools to do it. So why not do it?
Yeah. For us both, Chris Hemsworth was we first saw him in Star Trek, right? That was our debut, or did you see him in...
Yeah, I guess I didn't know who he was back then, so I guess so. But I remember I didn't watch the first Star Trek till this year.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I don't know. I remember watching bits and pieces of it a few years ago, but still, I think Thor was my first experience with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. I'm excited for Chris Hemsworth, you know. Outside of the Marvel Universe, he's kind of struggled a little bit. I mean, he had Rush. He also had... a brief appearance in Vacation, which we both liked, but then he also had Black Hat and what was that sequel that came out this year with the Queen,
Huntsman,
the Huntsman, Winter's War. So he's kind of had an up and down, but
yeah, and then he had Ghostbusters
we both
this year.
Liked him in Ghostbusters.
I liked him in Ghostbusters.
And now he's
not his character, but his performance.
Yeah, now he's doing Star Trek 4, so that's exciting. And hey, time travel, that's a big part of Star Trek too, so
why not?
Yeah, and it's going to be great to see them just tie it all together, you know.
Well, Kirk dealing with his father is like one of the biggest story elements in all 3 films, so it's going to be interesting to see how that all comes together.
Yep, definitely. So let's talk about some breaking news, some stuff that came out today that we didn't get a chance to prepare for, but we started reading up on it and found it interesting. Let's start with Comic-Con. Boy, do we wish we were there. So we all know the big stuff happens tomorrow, Saturday, the Hall H, the panels, all that stuff. But to hype it up, studios have been releasing teaser posters for some upcoming movies. So we have 3 here. We have one from King Arthur, directed by Guy Ritchie, starring Charlie Hunnam, with Jude Law and Eric Bana starring as well. We have another one from Kong Skull Island, which is directed by Jordan Voight Roberts. Stars Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, John C. Reilly, Corey Hawkins, Jason Mitchell. And then we also have the Lego Batman movie, another teaser poster directed by Chris McKay, voiced by Will Arnett, who's returning from the Lego movie. Also Michael Cera as Robin, Zach Galifianakis as the Joker, and I think Mariah Carey as the mayor of Gotham.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Do we know who's voicing Harley Quinn?
No, they haven't announced that
yet.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
I wonder who that's going to be.
If it's somebody that we know.
Oh, I bet it was going to be.
Like a Sarah Silverman or something.
Something like that, yeah.
What do you think about these 3 posters? Which ones? You can comment on all 3, and also which one stands out to you the most.
Definitely the Kong Skull Island one, because holy crap, he's going to be huge.
Look at that guy, man.
He is going to be huge, and I'm excited for that because I think they have to make him big for the Godzilla crossover. They have to, and a lot of people, some people are like, why are they doing that? Like, I'm tired of cinematic universes, but I'm excited for that. It's freaking Kong and Godzilla. Like, holy crap! I mean, you could make the argument how they're gonna fight, but I'm excited for it. The other 2, I don't love them. Like King Arthur, I'm looking forward to it because I always root for Charlie Hunnam.
He looks good.
I always do. And Guy Ritchie, I thought Man from U.N.C.L.E. was underappreciated. I really liked Man from U.N.C.L.E. So I am looking forward to the movie, but I don't love the poster. It's just him standing there with a white background. And the Lego movie one is cool. Like, it's nothing special, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely the Kong Skull Island stands out. They're kind of doing the same thing that they did with the Godzilla teasers, where they teased the size of Godzilla. You remember in the first trailer where they shot the red flares in the air?
Yeah.
They didn't even go like halfway up to Godzilla's body
exactly.
before they came down.
Well, hopefully the movie doesn't do what the Godzilla movie does and cuts right before he's going to fight somebody throughout the whole movie.
That's another interesting question. Like, who's Kong going to fight? Because, I mean, well, where's the story going to go? I mean, they're going to run into the beast, obviously, but I mean,
yeah, I'm curious. I mean, other monsters on Skull Island,
maybe. Another T-Rex, maybe. So that'd be cool. And the Charlie Hunnam as King Arthur, I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of Guy Ritchie, going back to Snatch and what he did with Sherlock Holmes.
That's right.
He made those films interesting. And it looks like it's going to be like a very rough, gritty take on King Arthur, very grounded.
And I like the other cast members too. Jude Law and Eric Bana, right?
Eric Bana.
I don't know why Eric Bana doesn't do more movies, man. I always enjoyed Eric Bana.
And the Lego Batman, it's just, it's on. Get ready to have fun. Batman, Bruce Wayne putting on his Batman helmet. Yeah, so it looks pretty cool. Let's also talk about some other news that broke this morning. Pacific Rim 2, Guillermo del Toro, who we know is not returning to direct, but he's rather producing. He went on and teased that some cast members from the first Pacific Rim movie could potentially return. He didn't go as far as to confirming or mentioning names, but he said those conversations are happening between director Stephen DeKnight and the cast members from the first film. So, do you think they are going to return? We have Charlie Hunnam, Rinko Kikuchi, and what do you think? You want to see these people back? Do you think they're coming back? And
I hope so, because even though it doesn't really matter, I hate when sequels don't have a character, like the main character returning to the sequel. Like, it doesn't feel like the same movie or the same continuation of a story.
Right.
I hope Charlie Hunnam comes back. Who else? Oh, John Boyega has been cast in the sequel, right?
John Boyega.
I want to see
Scott Eastwood, I think.
Maybe them two be the new partners, Charlie Hunnam and John Boyega. Maybe it's probably going to be Scott Eastwood and John Boyega. Maybe if he was cast, but I would prefer Charlie Hunnam to be back. Like, if not, they're gonna drop a line like, "Oh, he went off somewhere. Like, I don't know. For me, I always prefer when characters return.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing Charlie Hunnam return. He was, beside Idriso, but he was the most interesting character. I didn't care for Rinko Kikuchi, who did a good job in the movie. I don't really care for the character. It's just like she just.
Is she coming back too? Is that the rumor as well?
Yeah. Both
I'm totally fine with that. Or maybe
and if they come back, it's like
maybe
cool,
they're still a team, and then John Boyega and you said Scott Eastwood are another team, and then them two go in battle. Those two teams go into battle together. Yeah. That'd be cool.
And I think it's a definite that John Boyega is going to be the star of this movie. The Force Awakens made him a bigger star than any of these other actors.
Oh yeah, and
so he's
a better actor than Charlie Hunnam. Yeah. So. Definitely.
Yeah. So, all right, let's talk about some trailers that released this week, starting with XXX, the return of Zander Cage. So, after like 15 years, Vin Diesel is back as Zander Cage. So is Samuel Jackson. Looks like he's going to be doing some more extreme sports. Even at the age of 49, he still, in this trailer, looks somewhat convincing. What do you think about this?
So I heard about this trailer, and I was just watching some videos on YouTube, and how the ad just starts when you click on a video. Mm-hmm. This started, and I heard Sam Jackson speaking. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "I don't know what this is." And it started, and then I saw it was XXX, mm-hmm. and I actually really like this trailer.
Yeah,
I really like it. The original XXX is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine.
Same here.
When I was a kid, I watched it all the time, and I remember that scene when he walks in the room and the girl's dancing on the bed. Like that was like my. That was like the most I got as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as watching girls go. So I'm down to watch this. I could live without remembering XXX State of the Union or whatever.
Yeah.
But the original is a guilty pleasure of mine. I know it's not a great movie, and then this looks awesome. It's gonna be fun action. It's very different, but like I'll enjoy it the same way I enjoy like John Wick or something. It's just fun action.
The dude is skiing off a hill in the jungle.
I know
and I think
it's ridiculous.
At one point in the trailer, he's riding his motorbike in the water, like. Going over the waves.
It's XXX, man.
Yeah, and I love the supporting cast too. I didn't get to mention that. You got Nina Dobrev, Donnie Yen, Tony Jaa, and Samuel Jackson returning. So, Donnie Yen and Tony Jaa, we know as two pretty big martial arts stars. So, you're definitely gonna have that ass-kicking action in the movie. And Vin Diesel. Him returning to his franchises, he can't do no wrong. A couple years ago he did Riddick, which was a modest, hit. We know about the Fast and Furious films, and he's hoping to do the same with XXX. So we'll wait and see. I'm definitely going to check it out in theaters. So next up, let's talk about the Magnificent Seven, trailer number 2. We just watched this one. It's directed by Antoine Fuqua. You got Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, Vincent D'Onofrio, and some other cast members as well. Who plays the villain? It's Skarsgård something.
I forget.
Peter Skarsgård, I think is his name. But what did you think of the trailer?
I liked it a lot. I've loved everything I've seen from this movie. I don't want to watch any more trailers though. I'm good. I just want to watch the movie, but I'm really looking. How could you not be looking forward to this movie with this cast and this director and the source material? It's awesome and can't wait.
Yeah, this is exactly what the Western genre needs, to keep it going. They have some momentum. You had Django, you had Slow West, The Hateful Eight, and there's another one that we saw. I can't remember what it is. But and now you got this remake of the Magnificent Seven, which if you haven't seen the original one, I definitely recommend going and checking it out. This one also has a diverse cast. I love that too. And look, it's Denzel, Chris Pratt with a couple of 6-shooters, and they're going to go. It's a different kind of action movie that I think we need for the movie-going audience. So many explosions. This one looks like it's just going to be straight headshots and explosion, different kind of explosions as well. And as much as we would love to see westerns have like original stories, there's a lot that you can pull from like the 60s and 50s of western movies that can be remade for a new generation today.
Oh, so definitely.
I'm loving that. So check out the trailer if you haven't seen it. It's on apocaflixmovies.com. Next up, I know you're excited about this one. It's the Power Rangers. Some new images came out today. We have a close-up of the uniforms of all 5 Rangers, and then we had an image that you showed me on the Instagram of Power Rangers of the helmets with all 5 power coins.
Yes.
So go into this, man.
So first of all, I'll talk about the image because it came out first. I really like it. Look, the costumes, I want to see how the costumes look on screen, on video.
How they get on, yeah.
How they function, like what do they sound like when they're moving? What do they look like in movement? Because I don't love the costumes, but I don't hate them. I think they look cool. They had to be updated, obviously. And I like the explanation how they're like an alien suit that
technology
wraps around them. They don't like put it on, It kind of just goes over their skin. It's kind of like,
it's like Venom?
I think it's kind of like the Venom symbiote. I'm assuming. But the main reason I like this image is, I don't know if it's done intentionally, but look at the looks on all of their faces. They look scared. They look like, holy shit, what are we about to get into? If you look at their faces, they're like, what the hell? Because I don't know if when this movie starts, if they're already the Power Rangers or we see how they become the Power Rangers. But either way, they are high school kids about to deal with alien monsters that they have no idea what's going on. And that's my favorite part of this image, is they look scared. And that tells me that the director and the writers, they care about the characters and the story, because they would just look like badasses. No, look like you're scared for what's about to happen. Yeah. That's what gets me excited about this image.
You just reminded me, because the writers on the movie are Zach Stentz and Ashley Miller, who did X-Men First Class.
And Thor.
You remember in X-Men First Class when they addressed that Michael Fassbender is like, James McAvoy is like, they're just kids, and Michael Fassbender's, no, they were kids. Now
exactly. That's going to be similar to that.
Yeah, very similar to that. And these, I gotta say, this marketing for Power Rangers is, continuing to prove me wrong. I was pretty skeptical about this, but you got the cast, some up and coming, diverse. You get the uniforms, they look pretty cool. Like you, I'm waiting to see how they function. Elizabeth Banks as Rita, like her outfit is just amazing, and just what they're doing. The director,
Bryan Cranston as Zordon.
Cranston.
Who's a better choice for Zordon?
Right. It's doing everything right. I think it is, and we're still waiting for that first trailer, which.
Hopefully we get this weekend.
Get tomorrow.
I'm gonna lose my mind if we do.
And I think that'll really determine whether audiences as a whole buy this movie or not.
Oh yeah.
Which, we'll wait and see, but it's definitely some exciting stuff.
And as far as the helmets and the power coins go, the helmets, like, we've seen them already on their heads and stuff, so nothing special there. But the power coins, I'm excited because everything they're doing, like. All the uniforms and now the power coins. We haven't seen the weapons or the Zords yet, but I'm sure they're gonna follow suit. It all looks alien based, like it's all from a different world, And that's what I'm excited about. Is that the Power Rangers, the original TV show, looked like all their stuff could have been made on Earth. All this stuff from the new marketing looks like it's alien based. So that I'm really excited about that as well.
Which, unlike Michael Bay and his comments on Mutant Ninja Turtles being alien.
Oh yeah,
people actually okay, Power Rangers.
Well, no, they're in the mythology. Their power is from the aliens. Like Zordon is an alien. Rita is an alien. The Zords, everything comes from another world, another planet. So it makes sense.
It's definitely exciting, man. It's not exciting.
Oh my goodness.
This Pokemon movie. So if you haven't heard. Legendary won the bidding war to produce a live-action Pokemon movie, which is moving forward. The craze is all Pokemon Go nowadays. So, the average Pokemon fan would assume, they're going to go the route of, a young trainer beginning his journey to catch them all and become a Pokemon champion, right? Some human characters that we can follow and root for. No, this Pokemon movie is going to be based on the Great Detective Pikachu game, which until this story broke, I never heard of. But apparently, Pikachu is like a Sherlock Holmes type investigator that speaks to you and goes on and solves mysteries. No further details have been revealed, but obviously this is going to focus on Pikachu, him being a detective. Now, I love Pikachu, but I don't love him that much to follow him and his stories. I was kind of hoping for, the more traditional story for Pokemon. We both heard Max Landis talk about how his pitch, because he was rumored to be writing the Pokemon movie. His pitch to the studio involved, Red, the character from the original game, beginning his journey, and the blue character being a female type, kind of like his rival, and the mom being a former Pokemon
That
champion.
sounds really cool, even though if it were up to me, I'd rather see Ash and Brock and Misty, probably. If it were up to me, just because that's how I got to know Pokemon. But
Gotcha.
Max Landis' idea sounds amazing.
This idea sounds like shit. Like, what do you
Oh,
think
wait,
about?
I forgot what we were talking about. Detective what? Alright, so on April Fool's Day, when movie sites run fake stories, right?
Yeah.
As I was reading this, I really thought I was reading a fake article. Like, I had to double check. Like, I went and I read the whole thing over again. I was like, wait, this is real. This is not a joke. Now, this is not confirmed. It's just what's rumored, right?
What, the Pikachu?
Like, it's definitely going into development for sure.
The Pikachu, yeah.
It's greenlit. It's coming out.
It's coming out.
It has a release date.
It doesn't have a release date yet. Oh, 2017. They're fast-tracking it.
It's coming out for sure.
2017, yes.
Great Detective Pikachu.
Yes. Not 2017.
Oh
it's
my
starting.
god. Alright, so
It's starting 2017.
Whatever, the Pokemon Company, or whoever's in charge of this, Legendary.
Whoever.
Are you effing kidding me? This is insane. This is Alright, so the one thing that makes me understand why they're doing it is because, if I'm not mistaken, the game is like the most popular in China, right?
In Japan.
In Japan? Is it Japan?
All I read was Japan.
Was it Japan? Okay, maybe it's just Japan. Maybe foreign market, because let's be real, the foreign market is more important than the domestic box office nowadays.
The China, yeah.
It really is.
Specifically
And
China, yeah.
if they feel like this movie will do well overseas and make a lot more money, then they don't care. That's what they're going to do. And that's unfortunate, because
but it's also popular in
you can make a great story based on this source material.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
there's stories. There's a franchise here.
I still don't believe it. I honestly, I cannot wrap my head around the idea of a Detective Pikachu movie. Pikachu can't even talk.
Neither can Max Landis. He can't believe it either.
I cannot. Oh my. I hope this falls apart. I'm sorry if whoever out there is passionate about this, but I don't want. This is a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in this. Now, it could turn out to be fun and all that and this and that.
The only way I could see it is like an animated movie.
Right? Like Pikachu going on a...
Or are they going to make like... Maybe Ash is in it and him and Pikachu are like detectives. And then they got to fight someone else with the other Pokemon, and maybe if they go that route. But
I want to see like a crime drama of like them detectives and them investigating this Team Rocket criminal organization,
well, let's see like 7, but Pikachu. Yeah. Have you seen 7?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, do that.
Maybe not that dark, but
no, I want to see that. I'm serious.
Yeah. Might as well. Why not?
As serious as this movie sounds.
All right, let's talk about Lego Batman. Some new images released, courtesy of USA Today. You have a little image of the Joker. You got Robin, which looks a lot like Carrie Kelly, and you have the Joker mobile with Harley Quinn driving. And according to the comments, the vehicle in the back is actually the Penguins. So maybe the Penguins in this movie I think.
Oh, we're gonna see the whole Batman Rogues Gallery. We're gonna see everyone.
What do you think? I mean, me personally, this is not. I mean, this is kind of what I was expecting. They all look like what I would think. They would look like.
You can't take it seriously. Like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's exciting to see all this. There's definitely going to be some references to the entire era of Batman, every era, including Batman v Superman. Maybe Suicide Squad. Who knows, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be in my top 10 most anticipated. I'm really looking forward to the Lego Batman movie. Batman was a standout in the Lego movie, and you know how much I love the Lego movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a hour and a half Easter egg hunt, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's all it's gonna be, and so many references and making fun of the movies and the comics and the TV shows. It's gonna be so much fun, especially for geeks and Batman fans and people, that are part of this culture. It's for us, and kids are gonna love it. So. It's gonna do well at the box office. I'm looking forward to it. Well, it's not my most anticipated. I'm really looking forward to it.
All right. Well, as per usual, we're gonna end this with a recap of Showdown Sunday. Now, I didn't get to post this last week. I will be posting it this weekend. Also, another one. So we're gonna have 2 Showdown Sundays this coming Sunday. So, Jacob, you don't know anything about this, but I thought this was an interesting comparison. So. I came up with this because I thought about it one day, and it's pretty spot on. So in my mind, I think Zac Efron and Channing Tatum have had similar careers. They both started out, doing some like dance musicals. Channing Tatum with Step Up, Zac Efron with the High School Musical movies. And through the years, they've struggled to really find their footing until they both went into the comedy genre of film. Channing Tatum with his Jump Street, Zac Efron with his Neighbors. Now, both are far better actors than when they first started, but they still have some hiccups. Tatum with Jupiter Ascending, Efron with We Are Your Friends.
Yeah.
But moving forward, well, as of right now, who is the most improved actor in your mind?
Man.
Zac Efron or Channing Tatum?
That's tough. It's hard to say because I think Zac Efron has always been the better actor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's nothing against Channing Tatum. I think they're different type of actors. While everything you said makes sense and they have had similar career paths, I think Efron is the type of actor who's going to be competing for Oscars one day. And I'm not bullshitting you. I really think that. And because I've seen him, I think he was great in The Paperboy. Yeah. While the movie's not great, I saw him do things I didn't think he could do. And don't get me wrong, Channing Tatum blew me away in Foxcatcher. He was great in Foxcatcher.
That's what I was just thinking about, yeah.
But just overall, me personally, I think Zac Efron has always been the better actor, but Channing Tatum has improved more from what he used to be. Does that make sense?
Now he's in The Hateful Eight.
So Channing Tatum had a tougher road to get to where he's at, I think, as far as improving himself as an actor. Where Zac Efron was always headed towards that path of being a great actor, I think. So it's a kind of a hard question, but
if you're going most
improved is Tatum.
Yeah,
because I've always thought Zac Efron was a good actor.
Yeah, so. I would say the same thing. John Campea from Comic-Con HQ now, he recommended watching Parkland, which was a really, really, brilliant performance from Zac Efron. It really took me.
I gotta watch that.
Definitely check it out. But I mean, I have to go with Tatum because if you think about this is the guy who was in Step Up, and for the longest time he was just he kept trying to find roles
Coach
for him,
Carter,
Coach Carter, Dear John, G.I. Joe, Rise of the Cobra.
Studios obviously believed in him. They kept giving him chances.
Yeah. But I mean, I think with the Jump Street movies and Magic Mike and
Foxcatcher.
He's
really turned his career around.
And now he hopefully will be starring in his own movie Gambit sometime soon. So I have to go with Tatum. Let us know who you guys think is the most improved actor between those two. And look out for Showdown Sundays this coming Sunday and every Sunday.
All right, that's going to do it for Apocaflix movie news this week. I want to thank Gio Ramos for gathering the movie news notes and running them down for us. Let them know where they can find you online.
You can find me on Twitter at GioRamos24 and apocaflixmovies.com. Jake, where you at, buddy? You avoiding me? What's going on, man?
Yeah, we haven't had Gio and Jake on a podcast in like over a month, it seems like. And I'm Jacob Bartley, your host. You can find me on Twitter at JacobBartley_. You can find me on this YouTube channel. Subscribe and like. We really, really do appreciate it. Also, hit us up in the comment section. Let us know what you thought of any of the topics we discussed today. And look out this weekend. We're going to try to put up some reactions to the news that drops at Comic-Con this weekend. We're going to do the best we can. We got a busy weekend. It's my birthday. We're going to be partying. But also, this stuff is important to us, so we want to cover it as best as we can. So look out for that. And thank you all for listening. Until next time, take care.